Shiro still hasn't picked up that Guinevere. I don't know. He looked really good. Correct me if I'm wrong, or am I like just you know?
Fight.
Am I in
Fight
Delulu
for
land?
the ultimate answer.
When did he win his
Yeah, he did it. First game.
First game against, he played against Stamina, won with it against Stamina.
Different perspectives.
I definitely, yeah, I mean,
Same
it's
trust.
plausible. They could have
2,
honestly used the last game against the Fred instead of picking up so early, right? So the Valier 2 could have been saved for last pick. This time Leviathan is going to be on red side, so Night Horde does pick blue side. Teams are, even though we were saying how good the red side can be, teams are still opting for blue side. They feel like it's a better position. Leviathan banning out this Marcel, even though it's on fraud alert. You know, we'll see what happens.
I don't know any team. Maybe in MPL you guys have seen better Marcel gameplays, maybe with, or no, not even in MPL.
I've been lacking on my MPL PH watch parties, honestly. I need to do like a big grind and just watch the past few weeks to see what's going on. I know TLPH is dominating. Let's go.
Yeah, they are unbeaten. Team Liquid all the way.
The Farmers League, from what I heard. Anyways.
The owl is banned.
Honestly,
yeah,
getting to that point, isn't it?
Dangerous. But didn't we see? Oh, it was on Night Horde side. Yes, they did really good with Alice. So true. Good ban there, definitely.
Yeah, the Alice is a monster. Honestly, it's been one of my favorite, like, in terms of just the XP lane, it seems to work in just about any composition. Decent damage, decent survivability, plus crowd control, like massive crowd control. It is, for me, Alice feels like, you know, we're talking about S tiers. Even though it seems like teams have been using it more situationally, in my mind, Alice is just a monster in the EXP lane right now.
I agree. I think Alice is such it kind of provides a lot of answers before the question is kind of even asked, right? You got massive set potential if you're lacking a tank. You definitely have the body to body block a lot of those hits, get scales with damage, and if it starts snowballing, and not like you can't put out any damage, it definitely can do a lot of damage too. And in the midst of minions, in the midst of a siege, in the midst of a base defense, it's super strong when the minions come crashing in, because you get a lot more of that lifesteal as spell vamp going. So yes, but Boxia being taken off on the blue side, Kalea, Harley.
Sora open.
Shiro.
Harley open, Sora open.
Harley.
No Valentina for Leviathan, so
Harley.
I guess, yeah, you just first pick the Harley.
Has to be. You can't let it go. It's too nasty. And there's no Kalea to stop the Harley as well. So no, they can't even play the Jawhead. That's another counter to the Harley. The only thing they can go for is the Kaja, and I don't think they want to pick Kaja first pick because they don't have anything to pair it up with, like the carry. So yes,
and there's no tanky
Harley
Frederick to deal to absorb it.
Oh,
the Jushin's open.
That was the trade. Oh, that's
So
what they were thinking.
Do you just go Harley Sora for Leviathan? Stay flexible with the Sora, gold lane, EXP lane, possibilities. You get the Harley, which is a monster, and if there's a jungler that can punish a Jushin, honestly, Harley is it.
Harley.
Like, there's nothing that Jushin's going to be able to do against a Harley who just jumps in on you. That's one of the weaknesses.
Freya was left open too.
Freya's open. Ooh, this is an exciting one. We get a lot of power picks on the jump in game number 3.
Global bans. Global bans.
I'm not the only one bound by these chains.
Phoveus is alright. They definitely not going to go Sora, are they? Because, I mean, they can. To kind of put a stop to the Freya in the gold lane. To kind of sustain what the Harley can bring through. Even they don't pick up a marksman. But to be fair, a Claude is still available for them. Granger still works alright. They have a lot of bodies in the front line already with this Phoveus. So even though he's one body, it feels like a lot of bodies when you got that Infernal Pursuit going. So I think a marksman.
Right, like the Crimson Lightning.
Your team is picking.
Limord. Yeah, not bad. I get it. Get your jungler. Since Leviathan already has a jungler, right? Like you play it safe, you pick your jungler up front,
Crowned by
and
heaven's mandate.
you know you're not going to
My
get banned out and
legacy
stuck with
shall
something
endure.
completely off the wall. But honestly, I do feel like we were talking about this the other day, kind of theory crafting, that some assassin picks might be better against the Harley. Something that we haven't seen at all in MCT yet. Something like a
Hayabusa,
or
Lancelot.
Lancelot, something like that. That isn't going to be an easy target. I'm like, you know, the guy that's
The
like,
guy's
yeah, the sword boy. Not the sword man. Remember.
Fear
Does
my
it-
sword.
is it-
That's his line.
Feel. Exactly, something like that. Feel.
Your team is banning.
Feel, fear my sword.
The night sky tells all.
Your team is banning.
Anyways.
Well, Khalid is banned out. Esmeralda's off the table. So I guess that pocket pick from Bethlehem's not going to show through. Although the flex is still possible with this Freya in the EXP or the gold lane, right? That's the biggest point out if you are Leviathan here. But then Nighthorde can apply pressure still, probably go for double sides, double fighter side, and then maybe Benedetta in the roam. They've done it before. It will be nice to go this time. You apply pressure to the Harley. Claude is off the table. Maybe take away another EXP possibly. Terizla.
heart remains
Sora's gone.
Sora's gone. What does Nighthorde pick here for a gold lane? Everything. I'm trying to think. Claude is like your best answer. It's someone that's not going to feel too much threat from the Harley because of the BMI, everything like that.
Your team is picking.
Now that this has gone too, oof, everything else is so stationary. Everything else is so easy target for Freya, easy target for Harley. I mean, just overall, it's a tough game for whatever gold laner you stick there. Wait. Gold lane, is this
Gold lane Herod. It's a gold lane Herod.
EXP lane Freya?
Yeah. Nice Kufra.
Answer to the
I
Herod.
like the Kufra. Not just the Herod, but
And
also
honestly, the
also
Freya
Harley.
and the Harley.
Eyes of the flare that's gonna light up
Your
the
team
entire
is picking.
star.
Classic.
Very classic. Got a slight bit of a buff recently for the spell vamp. Lifesteal converts spell vamp, I think 10-15%. I'm not really sure what number exactly. But I'd say Granger probably would have been a little better. But you do have the wombo combo possibilities. Beatrix does a lot more damage. Love the Hylos. Leviathan are cooking.
Honestly, the reason we like the Granger against the Herith is because of the range. Beatrix still has decent range and can kind of hold her own. And then don't forget as well, eventually, when you do get in that Malefic gun, you get even more range for shooting some of those items that you might, using some of the guns that you might not use as often.
And here we have our final lineup. It's very exciting. The Wu Zetian, I always think, you know, her global alt is gonna have great sets. I can see that happening.
It's definitely going to have great sets indeed. And I think right now, it's winner takes all. Nobody wants to fall behind the pack that is leading. You want to be on the top half of these groups in these seeds. And Nighthorde, Leviathan, who's going to be the one to take it all? Bragging rights, especially, right, Trex? That's what this is about, bragging rights.
Yeah. Talk smack in Discord channels. That's what these games are actually all about. Nobody cares about the prize pool or MSC. These guys all know each other so well that for the next 6 months they're gonna say, "Remember when I solo killed you in gold lane last week?" I mean, that's what really gets hurt the most here, for sure. What I like about these lineups is we come into game 3. They decided, listen, we're gonna give everyone a show. We're gonna let the Jushin through. We're gonna let the Freya through. We're gonna let the Harley in. Zetien's on the field. I mean, overall, this should be an exciting game. Some of these heroes we barely even get to see played, so we haven't got to see the Jushin not once so far. This is the first time we're seeing it let through. Freya's only been let through twice. We know how good Harley is. This is peak right here. This is what we wait to see after weeks of multiple games.
This is what we want to see. This is a stacked meta lineup from both teams, apart from like 2 picks on Nighthorde, 1 pick on Leviathan. I mean, even Hylos is still strong, but yeah, if you give this to someone who sees MLBB for the first time from any region, they'll be like, yo, both side, how did they get a Harley, Freya, and a Herod? What's going on? Did we miss something? Did we not get the memo? Did the other team like start thinking about trolling? But then they look at the other team, be like, okay, Jushin, Leomord, Fulvius, all right. Seems like they did get the memo. It's like that drawn, right? Like the horse. The first half of the horse looks super nice. In the end, it just gets out really weird with the Beatrix and the Kufra. But it's still possible. It's still a finished picture, and I think Nihor looking to take it all with this game number 3. We're getting ready to go in. A lot of sounds being heard. We're just waiting for the graphic. It's a cowboy with the what? Is it a cowboy and a soccer player?
It's a cowboy and a soccer player.
Football, man.
North
Football.
versus south.
You know what?
Okay.
Layla, what do you call it? Soccer or football?
Football.
We call soccer.
Yeah, we do call
Okay.
soccer.
Soccer.
Shoot.
About time.
But if I
About
know
time.
they're from
About time, eh?
Europe, I don't say
About
soccer.
time,
I
eh?
feel like I'm gonna get beat up so bad, because I think soccer is just not. It's just really popular in Asia and Europe, and I don't say soccer when I know they're from Europe. I just
Pretty popular globally. Pretty popular
I was gonna
globally.
say, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
Europe
I would
and
say just Europe, Asia, South America.
yeah, but in North America,
All over the
it's not
world.
as popular. We go for hockey. Hockey.
We're more like,
Ice
hands-on. We're aggressive,
yeah.
Here up in the north. We want to see people break each other's arms and stuff. We're weird like that.
I mean, soccer, you get high impact and it hurts.
All right, we're straying away. We're straying
Yeah.
away. We're not talking
Yeah.
about Bruno now. Bruno's out of the picture. Bruno's not in the picture anymore. Neither is Clint. But in the picture? What's there in the picture is Beatrix versus Harith, and I think that's going to be an interesting battle. Beatrix does have the range if you take the sniper out, so Renner's going to be one nice useful gun for them to look at. And speaking of the game, we are underway, folks. A beautiful graphic comes in like always, and as you can see, here we go. And you know what, Trex? I found out a small detail in the graphic. If you take a look, right, just when we get in, there's a scroll that shows Clint. Is it for the south they show Bruno? That's something we got to look at.
Yeah,
Nice
that's what I was
multiplayer.
saying. It's cowboy versus a football player.
I know, I got that.
and
But then
so it's
towards the end of the graphic, you see the scroll that comes in, right? There's Clint in the front.
we'll check it out next time. You're straying away again now, and you're the one who always starts the strayaways, and then we feed in, and then you're like, "What are you guys doing?" Anyways, into the game. What I'm excited to see here, once again, I think my big eye is on Merlin. He's on something that we don't get to see very often, and if there's a hero that could be exciting, it can definitely be a Kufra. Kufra, I mean, from early days, getting to yell out things like Tyrant's Revenge is always fun, Tyrant's Rage or whatever. I mean, this is a hero that could make a big play happen. My worry is, who's he going to catch? Smash is not going to be an easy target. ISO, not always going to be an easy target. Bethlehem, maybe, but Yato and Baj, I think, are the ones that are really going to have to watch out for this big attack that could come from Merlin.
I mean, not just that. I feel like apart from those revenges and the rages, we're looking at that bouncing ball in the midst of a fight. If they pop that bouncing ball at the right time, could be disastrous. Look at that. They already got the deadly magic on the Colleen, and he didn't even use a flicker. So that's really good news before the turtle. But lacking that damage, Smash still wants to go in. Again, looking to take him down, at least force a flicker, but they still don't budge.
Yeah, Colleen's like, I'm not using it. I need this. I need this flicker. And Smash just keeps on jumping back in. A little bit of damage on a Bosch.
Revitalize on the Bodge. He has a lot of HP to survive. Dark Wave misses. Bethlehem wants to go in after the use of the Valkyrie Descent. So I think this is going to be a late turtle take from both teams.
Yeah, slow pace, slow pace. Smash might want to rush it. He does at least have his purple, to whereas Shiro is going to go get his purple real fast. Leviathan doesn't have vision on him, though, so yeah, both teams taking it very slow. This could be a 3.5 minute turtle, honest.
Could be. I think it's being reset. Turtle's going out for a walk. Did you go out for a walk today? I did. But either way.
I worked.
Well, let's walk.
And I walk
Not
while I
fast.
work. I do like 14,000 steps a day.
Nobody home. Valkyrie Descent comes in. Bethlehem trying to walk up to them, but you can see at the same time Merlin has to back out. Here comes the Steed. I think they're kind of go for an engage. Not the best possible way. RR finally finds the Unfurled Pursuit. A re-engage could come in, but they disengage one more time, and I don't think either team is going to get hands on the turtle.
Yeah, Smash does have Retry still. I mean, 3.5. Now we're looking at 4-minute turtle. We're looking at where we should have saw second turtle popping up soon. This is definitely dragged out. Both teams taking their time. And I think one of the reasons for this is that Jushin. You're able to create space. Bethlehem was able to kind of force in and push Shiro away, but then quickly the turnaround happened. All good. He's good.
He's all right. He's all right. But look at
Baji.
Merlin. The bouncing ball. Ah, smash. He does have the deadly magic. Looking to get the turtle. Joybot is super low. Bethlehem, no ultimate as well. Merlin looking to get that bit of revenge. Gets one. Here comes the smash as well. They get him. Hat-trick to make it out alive. Shiro should be able to get this turtle quite easily. Finally gets the steed. And here goes the damage. Smash should be the first target. Able to use the hat-trick to make it out of harm's way. Joybot next on the chopper block. Meanwhile, he's the first blood. But look at the mid lane. They force a flicker from Kistler. The Zaman Force doing too much damage. But ISO might get caught. Forced to purify. Extended fights. Messy fights. And they walk away with only 1 kill apiece.
And Smash doesn't go down, which is huge. Very close. That last dash just to get away from the skill 1 on the steed was huge. The fact that they only let Baj and are still able to get Merlin kind of stopped us from getting out of hand early on. It's only a 600 gold lead for Nighthorde with that first turtle at 4 minutes. So not in a bad spot. Still very much of a standstill.
Joybot is going to go down quite easily as well. Nice use of the Lantern Flare. And you know what, Trex? Forget about everything else that Leviathan have on their side. The combination of this Jushin and Leomord is too strong.
Yeah, it's hard to escape, right?
Smash.
Oh!
Out.
Was that a 1v2? Was that a 1v2?
Yeah, that was a 1v2.
My guy just 1v2'd and got the kill?
No. Not looking good for Leviathan. Nighthorde are finding their groove, and look at Merlin on the top side's camping. He's charging up the revenge at any point. Doesn't want to go in. Don't want to overextend and throw away that advantage.
I gotta say, 2-0 on a Phoveus this early in the game is scary. We haven't really got to see a big pop-off Phoveus game yet, but this might be the one for RR, honestly. This might be one of those games where the Phoveus is just dominating the scene.
Yeah, because of the fact that so many dashes are present, so the Phoveus is so good. Not just that, along with a bouncing ball from Merlin, that's the winning formula that Nighthorde have been aiming for. And the early aggression with this Jushin and the Leomord looks solid. There's the revenge, charging it up. Lu's gonna be the target. Doesn't want to go in. They focus on the turtle. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Leviathan should be getting that trade. Get that tier 1.
Another turtle goes in the hands of Nighthorde, bringing them to almost a 2,000 gold lead. They're all going to rotate up top, get this tier 3. On the bot side, though, Bethlehem is going to be able to take a tower of his own. So Leviathan's still looking for play across the map, which is going to be really important as this game moves forward. Do not lose too much map control, and try not to let the gold get out of hand either. Bosch still confident. Look at the guy. Still sitting there like, listen, it's okay. Oh!
He has to be, right? He has to be. And look at Merlin. He's saying that you confident, so am I. And dive straight in, head first.
Just a little tap for tat, little tip for tat, you know? Nothing major, so...
All right.
Taking a look at the items. Taking a look at the items. Kistler goes straight into Malefic Gun. So this is still the meta build for the Beatrix.
Smash. Gets caught up. Revenge. And now here comes the damage. Smash is down. Now this is Merlin at his best. He camped. He waited. The bait was hanging in front of them. They bit the bait with the beacon out too. And Merlin found the target. This is why he's the problem child. Not for his team, but for the opposition.
And it's actually perfect because we called the fact that Colleen was going to be a perfect target for Smash. So they know. Colleen sits in the mid lane. You know that Smash is coming at some point. You know the fish is going to come and take a bite at some point. And Merlin just has to wait for it, right? So very well done by the Nighthorde. It seems like every time Leviathan wants to make a play, Nighthorde instantly respond. Whether it's Merlin getting a catch off, whether it's RR just completely dominating a 1v2. At this point, Leviathan maybe needs to slow down a bit. Stop looking for big plays. Let your gold laner, let Bethlehem really get to a point where he can pop off. Let Yato get some items, and then let ISO get some items, because Smash is not him right now. The Harley's good, but not against the composition that it's going up against.
He's not as smashing as we thought he'd be. They get a Dark Wave on the top side. Shiro has to get away even with the steed, but RR can buy a lot of time. He definitely has to win for a pursuit, but the ISO's damage is starting to show. Yato Celestial Armament just gets popped. Merlin's doing a fantastic job on this Kufra, keeping up the pressure. They get the Lord up now. And again, he should be charging and looking to pick somebody off.
Let's see if he can pull it off. And he loves this mid bush right now. He's been most of his plays have been coming from here, able to get the knockup on a bunch.
With the Revenge Rage and the Bandit's Rage coming through as well. Oh no, this is not looking good for Leviathan. They're dashing around with the Zaman Force. Bethlehem goes with the Valkyrie Descent. A lot of damage being dished out. RR cannot survive, but he takes one down with him. Colleen picks that kill. 2-for-1 trade. Everything going to the favor of Night Horde. Kistler is working on the Lord. And Shiro is there, so Retribution should be easy. Smash wants to go in. Merlin catches him. Here comes the Steed. He has to make it out. Cannot walk up to that lineup.
Yeah, there's no way Smash can even try to enter the pit and try to get a cheeky Lord steal off. I love the way that Merlin's playing the Kufa right now. I love the way that Night Horde are playing it overall. Instead of just being stingy with that ultimate, they're using it consistently, even if it's just a single man. I don't need to get 3 members. I don't need to get some big play. We use it for just quick picks, finding one hero. Even if it's Baj, it's worth it. It's giving Night Horde small advantages in these team fights, and it's what's turning most of these fights into the hands of Night Horde overall.
Well, they able to get the tier 1 in the mid lane right now. All 3 tier 1s conquered. Next is going to be the tier 2. The Zaman Force is there. The Lord's already hacking away. Got the tier 2 on the bot side. Holy Shield will get popped in sooner or later. 6-2 kill score. Look at the goal lead though, Trex. 5K. And I think Night Horde have finally found their footing.
More than just a footing. They are steps ahead right now of Leviathan. Holy Shield does get popped off on that bot side. Night Horde just looking for some tier 2s at this point. But they honestly, with a 6K gold lead, they could wait for second waves to come and maybe really try to push this in with how behind Smash is, with how behind Bethlehem is. It's not too scary to get aggressive here for the Night Horde.
And Yato gets that lightning truncheon. Yes, they're going to rack up the damage, but the dive is just too much. They don't have any way to stop Merlin. They don't have any way to stop Shiro. You have Bethlehem on this Freya, but it's just not working out. Who would have known a Freya, Harley, Harith, and a Zetian in the same team would find it difficult to deal? And not just that, Trex, in the hands of Leviathan.
I think at this point, it's less about like one of the great things I guess my point is, one of the great things we've been seeing about the meta right now is that there's always counterplay. There doesn't seem to be one and-all be-all hero that's just unbeatable, right? We've seen the Basha get beat even though it's been getting banned out a lot. We see the Harley get beat even though it's getting banned out a lot. Every team has been seeming to find answers to these quote-unquote meta top-tier ST heroes. There always seems to be an answer in some way.
So what is the meta? No meta.
The meta, who can draft better? Who can global ban better? You know, I think with some of the best teams, it's can you find that singular pick that's a little bit better than the meta.
Ooh, better than the meta. That's what it's all about. But here goes the dive, and they collapse completely, throwing everything but the kitchen sink. God damn, ISO stashing around. Able to dish out the damage with those synchro dashes, but look at Colleen. He dives it face first in the middle of 4 people with the lantern. Flickers, but finds ISO, and the re-engage is too much at that double kill in the hands of Kistler. He finds 3, and it could be 4 down and out, but Yato's the final one left standing. Kistler wants to go in. Yato flickers out as well. Rage comes in, and Bennett finds a maniac for Kistler. Night Horde able to march down and finding the opening, and could get a couple of inhibitors, maybe even the base crystal.
Kistler's been hearing us talk about Melon. He's been hearing us talk about Zia. He wanted to come in today and put his own name in the hat right now. A maniac on the board. We're still yet to see a Savage in MCT so far, but there's been a few maniacs, and Kistler has added his name in there, completely popping off. Let's take a look at the build right now. He does have that Rose Gold Meteor in, so he can be even more aggressive. It was a 3rd item Rose Gold Meteor at that, so that he can really jump in the fray. A lot of times you save that for a bit later, but right now Kistler is still outputting the damage. Finally gets in. I think there was a BOD as his 4th item. He has the range. Beatrix is looking good right now.
502. I hope she's looking good at this point. All the damage. Look at the kills. It's in that one person that you do not want it to have. Leviathan, I don't know. That dragon don't look like a dragon no more. The Black Dragon is taking over, and I'm not talking about Yu Zhang. I'm talking about the Night Horde. Cold from the north. A little throwback to Team Spirit, but hey, Merlin taking a lot of damage. Not the position he wanted to be. A little premature, preemptive, just before the Lord marched in.
And I mean, this is a tough spot though, still for Leviathan if Night Horde want to keep it up. Not having Merlin is a bad spot, but they still have RR, they still have Shiro. Oh, wait a second.
And they get Shiro as well. And I think RR is going to be the next on the chopper block. They find that in return. Colleen and Kistler are the only left standing, and Kistler is on Renner, looking to outrange them because they don't have the front line that they need. They don't have the catch that they were looking for. Night Horde off that one kill on the bot side for Merlin falling early. It wouldn't have been a game of Night Horde if they didn't throw once, did they?
It's got to happen at least once, you know, like at least once. We'll see if it happens again. Leviathan, though, is showing true colors, true form, in a sense of even when we're losing, we can still hold on. And this is the thing I talk about with a lot of teams that separates some of the, you know, the best teams from the mid-tier teams. Can you, at a 5K deficit, put up a great defense and find a moment to turn the game around? And that's what we're starting to see. That last big fight, yes, Kistler ended up getting the Maniac, but they were still able to take out a lot of their members. Merlin misses the these two. Baj and Merlin are going head-to-head right now. There's a lot going on behind the scenes there.
Hey man, who catches the... Hey, whoa, okay, I was gonna say, did you see that shadow of the buff? I didn't know that was possible. You get to see that fall. New interactions, we learn new things every day. But Joy, Baj, and Merlin trying to get into each other's heads. First it was Merlin going in the head first, and now Baj doing the same. Fury of the Phoenix to find out where everybody is. So instantly they back off after dropping the Zaman Force. Merlin to catch someone right now, goes in for the flicker. Ooh. Bethlehem makes it out alive as well. Joy, Baj putting a stop to them. Here comes the Steed looking to catch somebody. Joy, Baj taking out super low. Here's Banish Rage as well coming in. A lot of damage being dished up on the Valkyrie. The Fed goes in, but they take him down. Iso's trying to dash around, but in the face of a Beatrix who has a Nibiru up and the protection of this Jushin, they find a double. 2-3 for one trade, 17 seconds before the Lord. Leviathan have to back off and respect the damage that Night Horde are having.
Yeah, Leviathan, I don't think Bethlehem should have jumped into that. I don't think the team should have jumped into that. We've been seeing whoever kind of like commits first seems to be losing because both teams do have good kiting capabilities. Both teams do have great response capabilities, and Leviathan's the one who took the bait and took the loss in that last fight.
Finally, inhibitors down. They go to the Lord. Should be able to secure that with Shiro being up. Bethlehem needs to be back. He's not able to dash around in these fights. And again, it's that combo. The Dark Wave, Infernal Pursuit, plus the Bouncing Ball just prevents Bethlehem from doing anything on this Freya. And if they have to go in, they have to wait for that Bouncing Ball to go down. And even then, you have the Infernal Pursuit from RR. You have the Dark Wave from RR. So this lineup from Night Horde has completely countered what Leviathan can put out, and the only thing that they had was Smash on this Harley, which was neutralized in the early game. So the damage, the aggression is too much from Night Horde, and Leviathan are not respecting that. And I think if they walk into this Lord right now, which they have to contest, it could be a full wipeout, Trex.
Yeah, I mean, but you're right, they have to contest it. They're in a very bad spot. They can't contest it. Maybe they look for a pick-off at least.
Oh, Bethlehem goes in. A lot of damage being dished out. Here comes the Seed as well. Glorious Pathway being used. Nibiru's Passion to disengage. Night Horde, this time, eye on the prize. Looking at the bigger picture, they need the Crystal. They need that 2-1 victory.
Yeah, how do they even... Leviathan, will they be able to defend this? We saw them before when they had an inhibitor up. There was opportunity to kind of respond when Night Horde made the jump in, but also Night Horde was down Merlin in that last big wipeout. Taking a look at the items, everyone's just about maxed out. Gold is soon to become no longer a problem. Leviathan just have to survive this Lord to try to make it a tie game. Can they do it?
Oh well, Glorious Path expended a little prematurely on the bot side. Now they're off position. Fury of the Phoenix comes in as well. Zaman Force from Ice, so he has to go back, so they're not going to have this ultimate to try and defend. Shiro goes in with the Steed, looking for the base Crystal. That's what they're doing, trying to do. RR able to go in, and Shiro finds a kill along with Colleen, and the base Crystal gets locked down. Night Horde walk out with a victory. Confident, looking good. 2-1 score.
A good fight from the side of Leviathan, but in the end, Night Horde do an amazing job taking us to game 3. They stomp in game 1, and then game 3, very similar. Yes, there was a few moments Leviathan might have been able to fight back, but Kistler going pretty much untouched that whole game on the Beatrix with Merlin protecting him on the front side along with RR. There just was no real answer for Leviathan to even get a big team fight win there.
What a game. What a game. I think also just with Leviathan, you know, their team comp, it's a lot of magic. There's not a lot of tanking, just Hylos alone tanking everything. And I thought, you know, Harith would have been a great pick there and be able to come online, but, you know, it just was really hard for it.
It is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. And sadly for Leviathan, they didn't get their cookie. They didn't get their milk. Santa came in, took everything away, even before Christmas.
Wow. We want Christmas. Looking
You
at
know,
these
I can't
stats.
I can't help but wonder if this is strict, you know, I know the fans might say it, and I hate the fact that this is Smash's debut and it's a big loss. Would things have been different with Foe on the roster? I think Smash did a good job. There was still synergy there, and I'm definitely not putting the blame on Smash because honestly, drafts from game 1 to game 3 and game 2, honestly, drafts heavily won all 3 of those games. It wasn't just about gameplay in any of them. Game 1, Night Horde able to get the better of Leviathan. Game 2, Leviathan able to get the better of Night Horde from overcooking. And then game 3, Night Horde with that, with Merlin on this bouncing ball, with the Phoveus, all of it, just Smash was the Harley was unplayable.
Very much true.
Yes. And for everybody that deserves a cookie, also, who else deserves a cookie? Our Beatrix.
well, the one with the maniac in the game. The answer that they were looking for. You can ban out all the gold laners you want. People from MCT will be looking at this Beatrix pick and think, hey man, we can actually make this work right now. We got a lot of damage, a little bit of a buff that's come through. 605 KDA in the hands of Kistler. And look at that build. He got everything that they really wanted, and it worked out to perfection. And Bethlehem on this Freya was just meat. Just free meat. Buckshots on the table, and they get everything for a Night Horde.
Quite the way to put it, but I do agree. Free meat at the market right now, on the grill, whatever you want to say. But either way, Kistler, I'm thinking we could see some more Beatrix, honestly, down the line. I still don't think it's, you know, Claude material. I don't think it's best marksman in the game material, but it seems viable. It seems playable. It's strong. It scaled well. Yes, Kistler never died, and it's still honestly kind of easily gankable in the lane, but the possibility is there.
I think for everything that's going on with this Beatrix, this is the maniac, that moment that they were looking for. Yato even flickered out of harm's way, but here comes Bennett, and boom. All it took was one shot, one missile, and Merlin throwing the game here a little bit away, but Kistler was still somehow able to get something in return. But you know what, Trex, you're right.